Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here on the fucking nerd community. I fucking record this video again. It was too long, 15 minutes and 31 seconds. Oh, it went like 1 second over. Fuck this shit. Let's get into it again. NFL news. Dolphins in LA 2023 second round corner. Cam Smith off the reserve NFI list. Sorry, I'm just fucking annoyed because I've had this shit recorded. 2 days before they play the Rams in LA, there will be no practice again today for 49ers receivers Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall and Brock Purdy. All three of those guys not practice. Man, be fitting. We'll have a backup quarterback and 2 backup receivers on prime time. Tyreek Hill suffered a bad injury last night. His surgery went well. He got complete today and went very well according to his doctors. Another surgery will not be needed. At this point, it's about rehab, and he will play next season. Realistic goal is to start next year. Source with punter Cameron Johnston sidelined due to a leg injury. The Bills are signing former 49ers punter Mitch Wishnowsky to the roster, and they're replacing punter Cameron Johnston on injured reserve due to a leg injury. The Colts have signed linebacker Buddy Johnson off the Cowboys practice squad. They've waived linebacker Cameron McGrone. The Browns have signed receiver Malachi Corley and wide receiver Gage Larvadain to their active roster. Assume they're on the practice squad and placing Cedric Tillman on injured reserve. Veteran wide receiver Robbie Chosen is signing with the Commanders practice squad. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. So Broncos coach Sean Payton and the Eagles tush push said, I was one that step in favor of it. When all of a sudden health and safety was pulled into that which might be the safest playing football, my bullshit nose kind of went up. Tyreek Hill dislocated his knee per source, and then the news came out in the morning. In addition to dislocating his knee, he also tore multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL per source. Hill remains hospitalized, or had the time to remain hospitalized, underwent a surgery, which the good news was he won't have any more surgeries. It's just, at this point, rehab. So that's all from Schefter. Let's get a wrap report. I'm starting to get fucking fed up with this shit. I'm just going to go to the rest of the news I can find. Colton Miller, Raiders offensive tackle, received bad news on his high ankle sprain. I can't talk! Following further testing, it's a high ankle sprain and a hairline fracture rather than just a sprain. The MRI revealed the sprain. The CT scan revealed the fracture. He's headed for injured reserve. Braylon Allen, Jets running back, who was ruled out last night with a knee injury, suffered a MCL sprain. That will likely land him on injured reserve. He's expected to receive additional opinions, but he's going to be probably on injured reserve. Marlon Humphrey, who was ruled out with a calf injury on Sunday, is expected to miss a couple weeks. Roquan Smith, a grade 2 hamstring strain, and sources saying he will also miss a few weeks. And Malik Neighbors, as I probably mentioned the other day, tore his ACL. The Browns are likely starting rookie QB Dylan Gabriel this week, so yeah, at this point you might as well see what you got with Dylan Gabriel. Joe Flacco obviously is going to be a future answer, and he's looked trash this year to start, so you might as well see what you got in Dylan Gabriel. Drafted him, so see what you got. Braylon Allen, I don't know, I already mentioned that. Lamar Jackson, Ravens MVP quarterback, is expected to miss 2 to 3 games with a hamstring injury, a devastating loss for Baltimore. They're trying to climb out a 1-3 hole. Now they're not going to have Lamar for 2 to 3 games. The Commanders are signing Chosen Anderson to their practice squad, as already mentioned. Yeah, those are really the biggest things with the NFL, all the news I can find here. Okay, let's move on to NBA news. So, the Golden State Warriors are now expected to add Al Horford, Anthony Melton, and Seth Curry to finalize their roster. They've held off on finalizing other roster business all offseason because of the Kuminga situation. We'll talk about his deal he got today. But they're expected to add Horford, Melton, and Seth Curry. Which some good additions, some good three-point shooters, which desperately need. Seth Curry, a great three-point shooter, something we desperately need off the bench. Norman Powell says he's a budding star that doesn't need a generational superstar to win a championship, that the Heat should be feared. I don't know if the Heat will be feared. Hate to tell you that. SGA's the favorite to win MVP again this year on the betting odds. LaMelo Ball, he doesn't feel any pressure. Quinn Cook thinks KD 100% would have joined the Mavericks if Kyrie hadn't torn his ACL. I don't know if he would have joined the Mavericks. Austin Reeves says he can be an all-star, but he doesn't want to become one on a bad team. Seth Curry, free agent guard, has agreed to a one-year deal with the Golden State Warriors. Sources tell ESPN Seth and Steph Curry team up on the Warriors, beginning with training camp on Wednesday. Now it's cool. Steph Curry brothers teaming up, and Seth Curry's a very good three-point shooter, like I said, which is something we desperately need off the bench. That's good. And to have Horford and Melton as well. You know, team's maybe looking better than I thought it would. Kuminga, ending a summer-long stalemate. He agreed to a 2-year, $48.5 million contract. I'm just glad they got that shit done, but what into the craziest offseason ever, huh? Team option, thank the Lord. Finally, thank goodness this is over for now, but eventually, you know, there's probably both sides kind of understand the likelihood of exploring trades when Kuminga's eligible in January, which I could definitely see happening, him getting traded if he doesn't, like, perform well enough. We'll see. But, yeah, I like these additions. You know, some good bench depth. And Melton can maybe start if we need him to, so. Let's go to WrestleOps here. So, the teams for NXT versus TNA been announced. NXT, Ricky Saints for the men's, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Miles Bourne. Women's, JC Jane, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Voss. TNA for the men's, that was the NXT teams. For TNA, Mike Santana, Moose, Frankie Kazarian, Leon Slayer. Women's, Lonnie Jordan, The Inspiration, and Mara Sade. Should be Invasion, not Showdown, but. And it's officially now titled Showdown, as the NXT vs. TNA show for October 7th is now being renamed from Invasion to Showdown. They catered. Now, unfortunately, that'd be catered. That'd be has no backbone. This should be called Invasion because that's literally what it is. But, whatever, man. That'd be should have kept the Invasion name. But of course, they pivot. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton versus The Vision is officially set for SmackDown this Friday. The official poster was put up for John Cena's final match at Saturday Night's Main Event on December 13th in Washington, D.C. AEW Blood and Guts is officially set for November 12th, 2025 on AEW Dynamite. And Blood and Guts and Survivor Series War Games will officially take place in the same month this year. Sounds about right. The updated card for Crown Jewel now Rhea and Io versus Asuka and Kairi Sane are added. Cena and AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, Stephanie Stratton versus Stephanie Vakir for the Crown Jewel titles, and Rhea and Io versus Kairi and Asuka also added. Roman Reigns returned for about the 100th time last night. And when I was mentioning that WWE had reportedly upset people in Israel following the NXT vs. TNA show being named Invasion, which is why it's called now Showdown. I don't know why I care about their feelings, because I don't know why WWE would matter to them. But, whatever, man. Let's move on. NASCAR in the video. Go over the Charlotte Roval schedule. And some other shit here. So, the Charlotte Road Course schedule. Friday, 11:05 FS2 Truck P&Q. 3:30 on FS1 Truck, the truck race. How crazy, it's 3:30 on a Friday. They're doing the truck race at the Roval, but whatever. Saturday, 11:30 in the CW app, Xfinity P&Q, 200 True TV Cup P&Q, 4:30 CW pre-race, 5 in the CW Xfinity race. We'll have temporary infield lights. 2:30 on Sunday USA pre-race, and 3 on USA the Cup race. Your stage lengths, trucks 20-20-27, Saturday 20-20-27, and then 25, 25, and 59 for the Cup race. That's all from Bob. Let's move on to some more. There was something that Richard Childress is retiring at the end of the season or something like that from NASCAR Central, and RCR said he's not planning to retire following the end of the season. Maybe he could change his mind. He should retire. But yeah, apparently this isn't accurate, but who knows. So on the Dale Jr. download at the 48-minute mark, potentially a more practice time coming next season. Maybe bullying works. NASCAR looks like they're gonna fucking change everything. NASCAR's out in Sawyer confirmed Chevrolet completed every step of the approval process for its new Cup Series body set to debut at Daytona in 2026. So they're gonna debut a new body. Depending on how much looks different, they should probably, I don't know if they'll reveal it. Maybe they should just let it be a surprise rollout Daytona weekend. But USA got a 0.79 rating and a 1.49 million viewers for Sunday's NASCAR Cup race at Kansas, all from a 0.96 and 1.8 million last year. Number 2 sport of the day on cable TV. And ratings, I guess they were better than they were last week, but they were still down from the Cup race at Kansas last year, so. NASCAR, apparently there was some thing that said their Back to the Roots marketing campaign that has the tagline, Hell Yeah, but Tim Clark said no tagline has been finalized, no spot has been created, no campaign's been planned. Scroll down through here. So YouTube's agreement with NBC Universal expires at midnight tonight. Well, it's already 1:44 when I'm recording this. Obviously, early in the week, and still time to reach an agreement, but that could affect YouTube TV subscribers' ability to watch the NASCAR Rover race on Sunday on USA. The viewership is already low enough. Can only imagine how it would be worse, how much worse it would be if the deal isn't reached here. I don't have YouTube TV, but yeah, for people, this could affect them if they don't get a deal done. But inevitably they do, and they'll charge you $10 extra more though. They'll figure it out before Sunday. You don't want to lose your millions of viewers before Sunday Night Football. You don't want that to happen, do you? But yeah, that's all the news I want to talk about. That's all I got here for the NFL, NBA, wrestling, NASCAR, all that. Sorry if I just got a little annoyed. I just recorded this and for like 15 minutes and 30 seconds, and of course the fucking video was too long, so I had to talk a little less about some stuff so I can actually get this to fucking upload. But yeah, that's all to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and until next time, I like. Peace. Peace. Have a good night, and I'll be back here for 4 more wild card games tomorrow. See if we get any game 3s out of this best of 3 out of these wild card series. If we get any game 3s. So yeah, peace. Have a good night.